I'm back. And we're in Colombia, different background again. Last time was in Paraguay, walking the streets. Today we're in Colombia in a nice little penthouse apartment thing, which is pretty good. Very grateful, all glory to God for everything. Very, very grateful for this life. And everybody needs to be grateful for their lives as well, no matter where you're at, no matter where you want to get to, and no matter how far you've come. I'm going to jump into today and I'm going to talk about 3 mindset shifts that got me from just working an average job to living the life that I want to live. Freedom, living in nice places, and traveling the world without having to worry about hostels, backpacks, etc, etc. Not that I'm against that at all, it's just not something I want to do. I'm not against anybody doing that. You can do your own thing, but it's just not the life that I want to live, so I had to find a way to do it. So I found an online skill, but I just want to go over 3 mindset shifts that is really going to help you. And the first one is feeling ready, right? Like, feeling ready is probably the biggest one that everybody says to themselves, that they never feel ready, they don't want to do it because they're afraid to do something. It's like, you got to start looking at things in life that you genuinely believe they've come up for that reason. It's like, everybody looks at things as like, oh, I'll do it when I'm ready, I'll do it when I'm ready, but you'll never actually feel ready. You only feel ready after you've done it, and you're like, why didn't I do this before? Because I know a lot of people, they do stuff, right? A lot of people come to me for example, they're like, do it next month, da, 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 da. And then they end up doing it at some point, or whenever they do it, or they go into something else, and they're like, you talk to them in a month's time or 2 months time or whatever it is, and they just haven't done anything about it. And it goes down to a lot of things of like, I've been thinking a lot lately about that situation and never feeling ready, because I've actually recently invested into myself again, and I put a big investment down on a new mentor. Of course, it wasn't comfortable to do so. It was quite a lot of money, but I know that that's the uncomfortableness that I need to get me to my next level, okay? And did I feel ready for it? Maybe not. But how can I expect people to invest into what I do, and people to invest into the online space when I don't invest into myself? And that's just how I think of things. It's like, I want to be the client that I am to other people. So on calls and investing regardless of what's going on, because I know every time I invest into myself, I always make sure something got to come out at the end of it. And I always just like know that, okay, cool, because if I don't bet on myself, then who's ever going to believe me, and who's ever going to bet on me? So you're never going to feel ready regardless what happens. Just like, I was thinking about traveling for, I don't know, quite a while actually, but I didn't feel ready to go. Of course I didn't feel ready to go. I was leaving the UK, I was leaving my family, I was leaving all my loved ones behind. Not that I got no commitments there, but it's still the fact of like, you still don't feel ready sometimes. You still don't feel ready for the life you really do want to live, because it's a big action, it's a big step to take. But what you've got to remember is, there's never actually a ready, and it's hard to explain, but there's never actually a ready. But what you can start doing is like, okay, cool, like this opportunity's come to me for a reason, and this opportunity might be one I'm going to miss out on regret. Because I guarantee you, everybody who's watched this right now, who've started something, if you're already in the online space or you're not in the online space just yet, if you've started something, it could be anything, even a sport, even, I don't know, a martial art, even anything you can think of. You told yourself you're going to start, I don't know, 2024, but you started it late 2025. You're like, imagine how much better I would be if I started when I said I was going to start it, instead of putting things off, instead of doing things, instead of saying I'm going to start again, I'm going to start again. But I genuinely believe as well that feeling ready is genuinely something that you never feel like it's time to go, you know? You never have that feeling. You just wake up and think, right, let's just do it. You just got to do it. And sometimes them things you just do it are sometimes the one. I look back years ago, it's like when I used to go out with like, I don't know, my friends when I was younger or whatever it was. You'd think like the unplanned days out that you do would always be the best days, because they're not planned, you know? And that's how you got to think of things. And that's kind of like how I started to think of it. It's like, if an opportunity comes, do it, see what happens. Worst comes to worst, you learn. And that's just how you got to think of things. Going on to the next one is always like looking for motivation. Like I know a lot of people out there look for motivation. I feel motivated now, I'm gonna crush it, you know? And they go into kind of just like thinking to themselves, right, okay, cool, I'll do it because I've got motivation. I'll do it when I got motivation. New Year's, for example, it's January the 1st, 2026. You all have these New Year's resolutions, and then you stick to it for 29 days or 30 days, whatever it is, the first month of the 29, however many days people stick to it. Some people don't even last a month. That's why I said 29. And you then go back down the loop of like, oh, I'll start again next month, I'll start again next month. Motivation does never ever stay. It all comes down to discipline. You've got to be one really, really disciplined person to be able to achieve the goals and the ambitions you've got in your mind. And discipline will beat motivation every single day. It's like, you see something as like, if you don't feel like it, or you only got 80% in the tank, but you give 80%, you give 100%. And that's just what it is. You literally give all that you have. How can you give any more? You've given everything you have. Some days you're going to feel more energetic than others. Yeah, of course. Other days you're going to feel more empty than others. Yeah, of course. That's just normal. But without the empty days, there's no energetic days, and without the energetic days, there's no empty days. And that's how you got to start looking at things. It's like, you can't have every single day the exact same. And anybody who says to you that every day is the exact same, I wake up with the same amount of energy every single day, I genuinely believe they're lying. Because some days you genuinely don't feel like you want to hit the stuff you've got, but you just do it anyway because you got to stay disciplined, you know? You have a big to-do list. Some days you fly for that to-do list. The other days you're like, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. So it's just normal feelings to have. And that's what you got to realize. No matter what level you get to, you talk to anybody, no matter what level you get to, you will always have them days where you don't want to do things just because it's normal. It's just normal to feel that way, you know? And you can't wait for motivation for anything. You genuinely can't, and that's what's going to be the killer. You can't wait for motivation. You can't wait for something to happen for you to do something, because that's something you're waiting to happen might not never happen, you know? You've got to think as well, one thing I've been thinking of a lot lately is like, this is quite a mad story. It's just like, this goes back down to the life that I'm currently living, and the life I was living. Is like, put my MacBook down. I went for food. I grabbed this movie, I come back, and I ate dinner to this view. And I was just like, I've just done all of that without asking anybody for anything. I've just done all of that for, like, just without having to ask anybody. And that's mad. It's like, I used to settle for a life where I used to have to ask somebody. In this one life I've been given, I used to have to ask somebody to do something with my life. Go for dinner, go on break, get food, this, that, and the other. It's like, I can't fathom that now due to the fact that I just wouldn't want to do it, you know? And it's like, we have one life. If you don't have goals and ambitions, then yeah, fair enough. But we have one life to live this life that we've got. There's no second chances. There's nothing ever happening. Like, we here today and gone tomorrow type of thing, right? And that's deep, I know, but like, that's just the harsh reality of things, and something you got to remember. It's like, we have one life. Why are you settling for something that you don't want to do? It's like, I used to wake up feeling empty. I was talking to my mum the other day on the phone when I was out here. I phoned her, I was showing her the view of the apartment and everything like that, and she's like, I always remember the day you used to wake up and go to work, and like, I was the moodiest person ever waking up, going to work, coming home from work. And like, I genuinely probably wouldn't have wanted to be around me if I was somebody else, because of the fact that I just hated the way my life was. And the fact that I still thought that I had a vision in what I was doing to get to where I wanted to get was crazy. You can never live a life of freedom by working a job that you want to, that you work, or working a 9-to-5 job. Obviously, unless you've got a digital 9-to-5 job where you can just travel the world and do your thing, but you still got a boss, you still got some time off work. You can travel the world, but you can't do anything. You just travel the world and do random stuff, you know? So the takeaways that I want people to actually realize is just the fact of, you have one life, you never feel motivated, and you feeling ready is just such a lie. Do not tell yourself you do things when you feel ready, because it never ever happens. Just do things because you want to do it. Don't worry what people think about you. Nobody actually cares. I was walking through the streets the other day, and I had my phone out filming a TikTok, and I was like, I just done something that I would never have done a couple of months back. Even now, like, even at this level now, I wouldn't have, like, this part of my journey, if that makes sense. I don't mean this level now, and like, I don't know how that come across, but like, even at the point I'm at right now, where I'm posting videos online, I'm posting TikToks, I'm doing everything I want to do, I'm living my dream life. I still, like, up until like 2 or 3 months ago, I still used to be thinking about pulling my camera out in public to see what people think about me. But like, you just think to yourself, like, that's probably because that I was stuck in such a small town where nobody even cared about anybody, nobody motivated anybody on, nobody liked anybody, everybody was down it, but you try to do something, you'd have somebody say something to you, and everything that you would try would get doubted upon, and that's generally due to that. So if you are watching this right now, just do what you want to do in life. Remember, you only have one life. Enjoy your life and make sure it's worth it. Look back in the future and just think, right, that was a sick little life that I had when I was younger. I've done it, I'm living a life, and I just want everybody to remember that I'm no different to anybody else. And yeah, I'm living a life that people think is unfathomable, but it's actually not. You just got to really, really, really work hard and just put in the hours that people aren't willing to do. But you can genuinely do it. You can genuinely get to where you want to get to. And please just don't put anybody who's living a better life and you on a pedestal. Don't look up to them. Don't do anything like that, because that's never going to get you anywhere. Remember your worth. Remember how worthy you are in life. And remember, it's possible to do anything you want. I was working a 9-to-5 January 2025. It is now April 2026, and I'm living my dream life. I lived my dream life from March last year, traveled the world and doing everything, and I'm doing that now currently. And you can do the same. Please have faith in yourself. Please believe in yourself, and please achieve the goals you've got. But once again, I do appreciate you watching. I really do hope you take advice from this and implement it to your own life and see how it happens as well. But again, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.